Hello, SpeedGaming. I hope everybody enjoyed Plants vs. Zombies. This is Goose vs. Humans. I am Castlefoot. I'm here with Green Snow Dog.
Hello.
Audio might be a little bit loud. I'm gonna fix that real quick, and we're going to get live and started on the first race really soon. We're going to count it down for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for some honks, for some crazy Goose action.
All the Goose action that you ever need in life.
Okay, both runners are ready. We're going to be doing the countdown here. And wait. The runners aren't actually on the correct screen. So give them a second to get there for a second.
It's interesting to see MyOhMyke trying to get that sign over to Roger's side.
All right. All right, so they have started. The feed will catch up in 15 to 20 seconds or so, and we will be starting this race off on first honk. GSD, what can the viewers expect out of this best of 3 match here?
Oh, to be honest, hoping the humans do what you want them to do. That's your main thing that you want to happen. Also, I guess manipulation of physics, because this is glitchless, of course, as example here that TheFancyDuck's trying to do.
Yeah, so glitchless basically means that you can't use an item to crop through a fence or to go over something or to hover, but if you can do something without an item so that you are going over or kind of between objects, it's considered glitchless. So that opening fence, because you open it up and because you're not using an item and you're going through it, you're going between the fence, you're not going through the fence, it is considered glitchless. The only other thing like that you'll notice is going to be right near the end of the run. And this is the garden, along with groundskeeper Willie. We're not going to be in the garden for too long. These two runners, I don't know too much about MyOhMyke. TheFancyDuck is mostly an any percent runner, along with like yesterday's runner Yisk. They're the top 2 in any percent, but neither one of them do very much glitchless, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see what their glitchless chops are like. Yisk, I think it did a really good job of surprising us with his skills. We'll see if TheFancyDuck will do so as well.
I'm already noticing MyOhMyke being a bit more interesting, more different strategies with how he approaches everything, but you see how things go? Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what happened to Mike's timer either.
I think he just forgot the time.
Not a bad garden for FancyDuck. 210. Ideally, you're looking to get sub 2 minutes, but 210 is pretty good. FancyDuck also moved around some items while he was waiting for groundskeeper Willie to get into position. He does that to try to manipulate the RNG at the very end during the bell return.
We bring groundskeeper Willie over because so he can buy his own trout back, and seems like TheFancyDuck doesn't have his full attention, which is bad. But it is faster than getting the kid to buy his airplane back. Okay, this is.
Still got some trouble going on Mike's side.
Oh yeah,
All right, he's fine. He's getting ready for his final task there in garden.
the fancy duck having trouble with the shopkeeper lady, and trying to get that all back sorted.
The first two areas of the game, Garden and High Street, collectively they're going to be about a quarter of the total gameplay, and then each of the subsequent two areas and final area are all going to be about a quarter as well. So, in terms of that length, Garden and High Street both relatively short, and then the back garden, the pub, and the bell return are all in the 3 to 4 minute range.
Seeing Mike having some trouble here with the trout. Hopefully, oh no.
Yeah, we'll see if he can figure this out. He might have to revert back to having the boy buy his plane.
This is already off to a interesting start of how to different ways they're thinking.
So yeah, and just so for in terms of PBs of the runners, the Fancy Duck actually does not have a submitted time to the leaderboards, but I know in practicing this category, I think they got an 18 something. I'm not sure exactly what their PB is currently, but I think it's in the 18-minute range. And on the leaderboards, MyOhMyke has a 21:55 as their PB.
Alright, we're at back gardens on the Fancy Duck side, which is a mess.
I would say it's the area where you can really start losing a ton of time. So getting the groundskeeper to buy back their trowel like that's one of the hidden tasks of the game. So you kind of find out that that's a possibility during the post game if you were on a casual playthrough. Fancy Duck having a little bit of trouble dealing with Tina. We call these neighbors here in back garden Roger and Tina instead of the tidy and the messy neighbor. I think Fancy Duck did peck at the squirrel statue, which is a really high priority. Yeah. A lot of the manipulations that we're doing revolves around the NPC's item prioritizations and understanding what they're going to aggro on in what order, what takes precedence is really, really important in terms of getting a fast time. Uh-oh. So, yeah, so that's something that can happen. The putting the items on the bust is one of the higher priorities for Tina, but sometimes she just doesn't see one of the items that you've placed down, especially if you place it right in the middle of the bust. It's why we definitely recommend never putting items right in that plate. Always put the items on the grass. And we can hear that 7-minute bell. That's part of the speedrun achievements that the game has. Not pertinent to this category.
Wait, Mike doesn't have glasses, or... Okay, he's using the chalk as...
Let's see if he can get this. There we go. So, but yeah, he's not bringing an item over, which is going to lose him a little bit of time. Having to now go 3 times up and back in Roger's backyard to get the glasses. Or is that the glasses? Oh, he does. He does. That might be Timmy's glasses that he has.
Okay, Mike. You stole the kid's glasses. You made him wear some other pair of glasses that doesn't make sense, and now you're just making his glasses put on the statue.
So the reason that we don't recommend doing that is that the shopkeeper will not aggro on Timmy's glasses. So we grab one of the pairs of glasses out of her shop, and that way you can use it to aggro her inside the garage.
So far, seeing both of them, the Fancy Duck more.
I think something happened with Fancy Duck's side. He's spoilering
no.
himself in chat.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is.
Run, take the shoes, hide.
There it is. His run was going relatively smoothly until that point. That's gonna be probably a full minute of time loss from that happening. And trying to recover from that.
So far, Fancy Duck seems to more of a quote-unquote normal any percent glitchless run of the strategies that you want to do. And
yeah, current strats, I would say.
Yeah, to say current and MyOhMyke.
Oh,
bit different.
Is that one of the planks from the fence? Somehow got yeeted. Oh, he was looking up to the sky. There we go. I don't know what's going on there with Roger. Roger doesn't know what's going on there with Roger. Welcome to Goose Game.
The back garden seems to be the most broken. You throw. Oh, Roger just got that. He throws vases to Tina and hits her in the head, or hits against the goose.
Oh, he's got the plank of wood now. Not really sure what he's doing with that.
I gotta rebuild this fence.
I can say I have never seen this before.
Oh god.
It's good.
Okay. Today has been interesting.
That mistake of Roger seeing his slipper and then getting the newspaper. That's the incident that started all of this, that caused all of this to happen. We're at about 1.5 minutes already of time loss from it. So.
God, these two are gonna have some problems. The last match that happened recently. There, Shady Force had a problem for getting Willie to buy his trout back, and Willie left to get his keys, but he came all the way back just to go get the trout. So he's already trying to get the kid to buy something, but then Willie just came all the way back.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's unfortunate as well.
Usually you would reset, but in race situations you get to see this mess.
It is the glory of the tournament format. But this is why one of the two reasons that this tournament is a best of 3 games and not one is just because it's so crazily RNG dependent, and the RNG can cost you literal minutes from one tiny little mistake, like we saw with the Fancy Duck right there. And the other reason is that it's a relatively short category. The world record for this category is 12 minutes and 38 seconds by Rowan. And a lot of the top runners have sub 15-minute PBs. So Fancy Duck is now into the final area of the game, the pub. He does have a relatively large lead still, even with that 1.5 minute time loss over Mike. But the pub is another area. Oh, that was very scary right there. He did not pull the old man's chair very far, which means if the old man has a good chance to see it. But thankfully he didn't there, so crisis averted.
I see a question in chat. Can the Goose do any small flights? Or flight?
Not in this category.
You can
yes, but not in this category.
You can, if you mean at the beginning when you try to clip through that fence and you just go hover or just get yourself stuck and you just fly up, maybe that counts, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can do some pretty crazy hovers with items, but those are all considered glitches. So in glitchless category, no, there will be no flight from the goose.
I like how the box lady on Fancy Duck's side just opened the door and just stared,
Yeah.
looking at his evil's plan.
Death glare from Box Girl. This pub is going relatively smoothly here for Fancy Duck. This ending portion with grabbing the toy boat can be pretty spicy sometimes. We'll see how it goes. I think Fancy Duck did a good job there. Definitely some time loss over what would be optimal. But in that situation, it's much better to be safe than sorry there. It's another spot where you can lose significant time. But yeah, Fancy Duck has I'd say about a 4 to 5 minute lead right now.
MyOhMyke seemingly to have a lot of problems.
You know, well, sometimes it takes a run to warm up too. So
yeah,
I'm hoping things go a little bit better in game number 2. Fancy Duck going with the ballsy 1 tomato strat, but no problems, no trolling from the NPCs.
And now onwards to something special.
Yeah, bell return. Really, the only super scary part of the bell return is going back through pub. Again, if that goes wrong, that's the sort of thing that can lose you probably a full minute or more in worst case scenarios. The rest of the bell return is not too bad. Even if things go wrong, it shouldn't lose you that much. That's the not glitch there on Fancy Duck's side that we mentioned at the beginning. Do you want to explain that, GSD?
Physics. Best answer I got.
Pretty much. Basically, we're taking advantage of the geometry of the game, and we're just walking over. We're using the tree that's there to walk over the fence, and so because of that, we don't consider it a glitch. And we do it on the way out as well. And that move right there is absolutely identical, whether you have the bell or you don't have the bell, which is why we don't consider it a glitch while holding the bell. Here we go. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, where things can get really sketchy.
Oh my god.
Yep. So those stairs you get stuck on. There's like some invisible barriers or something there that if you try to go up those stairs normally, you get stuck every single time. And I bet you Fancy Duck didn't know that. Yep. So, well.
More people this time.
Yeah. Maybe. But I think he'll be okay here. He's gonna play it safe. He should be honking here to lure them up.
Interesting went the other way, but
yeah, I would have gone out the right side there. But he's got it working, and he's doing the drop regrab strat too, which is highly recommended in the bell return. Pretty much what happens there is that if an NPC is close to you, they're only going to aggro when you have the bell in your mouth. So if you drop the bell, the NPCs will all stop for a short period of time. So by quickly dropping and then re-grabbing the bell, you freeze the NPCs, and you're able to then gain some distance on them repeatedly, so they never can actually catch you.
Oh, Roger.
Otherwise, they're faster than you, and they will catch you every time.
Yeah.
And then back garden in the bell return is can sometimes lose you some time, but once you reach High Street here, and then in the garden, it's usually pretty much clean sailing. Just like the difficulty of the game increases from the 4 areas, the bell return has kind of that same level of difficulty where pub is the hardest, and then as you go through, they get easier and easier. A little bit atypical gardener position, groundskeeper position there on that bell return, but FancyDuck handles it admirably. And he's going to make it home in, I'm going to say 1859.
Okay, I'm going for 1905. That's my guess.
Oh, you are going to be incorrect there, sir.
I know, I don't know this section too well.
1859. GG, FancyDuck.
Yeah.
Spot on my my guess there. I have played this game before.
Oh, once or twice.
Once or twice, and
doesn't have second place in this category for sure.
I feel like it's nice knowing exactly how long it takes to do that ending section there. Mike playing it really safe here as he's finishing up pub. I think we may call this and move on to match number 2, since it's probably going to be at least 5 minutes still before Mike finishes up.
Seeing how far is Mike, but depending where he is now. Oh, he is on the last task, seeing.
So, okay.
Oh, Vinny has just. Yeah, this seems to be. But yeah, he moves on.
Yep. So we're gonna reset here, and we're gonna get set up for game number 2 in just a few short seconds.
I wonder if this is just a delay that we have.
Mike also being very safe there, putting out not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tomatoes.
Oh god.
Yeah, this tournament is double elimination best of 3 because of the RNG that's inherent in each race, and also the fact that they're relatively short.
You always need 400 tomatoes just in case, Phil. They don't have enough tomatoes, which is sad. I guess Mike's just carry on. Oh no! Now he's.
There we go.
Way. All right.
All right.
Are we in that big of a delay, or? All right. Anyways.
Cool. So we are for real getting ourselves set up for game number 2. I suspect this one is going to be much closer.
Something's happening, or it's just a big delay.
Yeah, so the game does pause when you lose focus on it. So if either of the runners wind up doing anything that is outside of the focus on the game screen, it's going to pause and mute the audio, like like is happening on Mike's side.
But yeah, for now, we just get the calm breeze of the wind and the tweets of some birds.
The calm before the storm, as it were.
As this goose hides in its natural habitat, a bush.
Cool. We are apparently Mike Mike was not aware that it is best of 3. Mike, you got another race to do, buddy. Hopefully 2 more.
You got this, come on.
There's
need more
never
honk.
enough Goose. So Mike is getting set up again. Hey, there we go.
Nice.
All right, welcome back, Mike.
He's alive.
Ooh, does Mike might be a keyboard and mouse player. That
Yeah.
is relatively rare.
Also, I see that space button honk on Fancy Duck, but Mike has a Y.
Huh. But it
That's
looks,
another.
yeah, a little bit confused there on it, but I'm certain that Fancy Duck is a controller player and Mike appears to be a keyboard and mouse. All right, we're going to get started here.
Also, I don't understand the purpose of a sound of a honk. Of course, you can honk as much as you want with the mouse wheel, but spacebar, you can do the same thing.
You can even set honking to your scroll wheel if you so desire. You just cannot set grab to your scroll wheel. That is not allowed in the rule set.
Oh yeah, Fancy Duck's on controller. But yeah, Mike's on mouse and keyboard, which is interesting.
Yeah. The only other runner, well, I know 1 or 2 other runners that are on mouse and keyboard, including our record holder Rowan plays on keyboard and mouse, which is so crazy to me, but he is just absolutely insane.
Oh, there's the Fancy Duck did it. Yep, onwards.
So I do think we are slightly out of sync between the two. I think Mike is a couple seconds ahead, but without having the timer visible, a little bit hard to know for sure.
I think like 2 seconds, roughly.
Yeah, I agree with you. About 2 or 3 seconds.
From everything I've known from Fancy Duck, seeing him in speedrun.com, in the Goose. MyOhMyke, I see him wear a Goose hat at MagFest during a run. If it's MagFest, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
and that was something. Oh no, Willie just put his hat back on. Oh, both of them have Willie's hat on. Oh.
That is a rare daily double right there. Yeah, so they're gonna have to redo the flower here. No, it's not oh my, it's MyOhMyke.
Oh no, we're getting these. Oh, yep, Roger. No, not Roger. Willie saw that rake, which is off. Oh, Fancy
alright,
Duck's Willie is off. He's trying to look for that hat.
Yeah,
He knows it's there.
they're roughly even, except for the fact that I don't think Mike has gotten Willy wet yet.
I think he did. No, he didn't.
Yeah, so
Wait, what?
no, he went and got the keys and then went
he's
straight
doing...
to the hat.
Wait, what's it?
So he's now using the radio. He did the same thing in game number 1. He went and did Wet Willy at the end.
This is something. And now he's gonna leave it on. Yes, he is. No,
he
he's
should turn that
not.
off. There we go.
Okay. It is just some interesting ways. Steal.
Oh, he stole the keys but didn't hold them long enough.
Oh.
That always stinks. And now with the radio, yep, you're gonna wind up grabbing the radio, and it is always a problem there. There you go. At least Mike is being smart, and he's fully luring Willy up to the top with the keys versus just dropping them as soon as you could. It's always good if you need to move an NPC, you want to have an item, because then they'll run after you versus just slowly walking. Oh, but the radio is higher priority than doing the final task.
Oh, so, no.
Yeah, so I think Mike is now trying to help along this problem here. But yeah. Oh, and the keys are higher priority too. But after the keys, then Willy will do it. Yeah, there we go.
FancyDuck here having some issues with the broom.
Broom first boss of the game. The box is the final boss, but thankfully we don't deal with the box in this category.
In other categories such as
100% and all hidden tasks are the only ones that you deal with the box.
And if you do all categories, then you have to deal with it 2 times.
Double the box. Yeah, so FancyDuck finishing up High Street right as MyOhMyke getting into High Street.
Goose is life, and then... Chat, you're great. Just being here.
Not the best routing here for Mike, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, Mike. Getting the or doing a different idea of the different times of different ways of doing it. That's interesting to see.
Oh, it's okay. There's a lot of different ways to be a horrible goose.
There's many ways, of course, but what's the best way then?
I think that's really in the eye of
Goose.
Yeah. Oof. Mike continues to have a little bit of difficulty here. And he's going to have problems because that broom is in the way. The broom is going to be full-on blocking the boy from getting in.
It is positioned as well, just as an invisible
absolutely
barrier.
Terribly positioned. And a lot of that is RNG. Yeah, so he can't get the boy in because of the pathfinding. That even though that broom is not particularly tall, the boy cannot walk over it. So he has to go around.
The force of gravity is a lot stronger on him than he can jump off the ground.
Yeah,
so
that holds true for pretty much every NPC in the game with every object. That if you put like an object in the middle of a walkway, the NPCs just can't go through that path anymore. It's one of those things that you have to factor into properly routing this game.
Yeah, sad sight to see on Mike having difficulties here in high streets. But on the other side of Fancy Duck, he's now become a Fancy Goose, and he's gonna go destroy the vase.
Yeah, not the recommended route to take with that vase, for the very reason that Tina saw it. You want to take a wider path for it, in which case then you walk around and outside of her radius so she doesn't see it.
You can try to break it on Tina, and she won't notice it even. Or you can try to break it on the Goose on Roger's side.
So, but this no minute and a half time loss, it appears, from the Fancy Duck on this game. So that is going to be a huge edge over last run for him. He's trying to grab something, some item to lure Tina back down to the bottom.
She saw it.
Yeah, but you don't want her to start this conversation. Oh, nope, now he's screwed.
Yeah.
So basically, if you can catch her attention before she goes to that fence, she will prioritize both the gate and pecking and clipping the statue ahead of her conversation. But Fancy Duck was not able to do that. He also hasn't actually pecked the statue, I don't think.
I think he has.
Did he? I may have missed it.
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
No, he must have gotten it sometime much earlier in the cycle.
It's probably the first time he walked over, and Tina never had the time.
Yeah, so
that would be funny.
Fancy Duck is ahead of his PB as well.
Ooh, that's something. And now he's just a goose with a bra. Over on Mike's side over here, he just entered back gardens and ready, maybe not for the chaos. Maybe he is. We don't know.
I mean, I'm ready for the chaos.
Oh, please, someone help him.
It is. I feel like this game was not built to be played with a keyboard and mouse. It does not feel intuitive to me on the times that I've tried it. Not sure what Mike is doing right now. Oh, he wants the newspaper. That's why. So what you really want to do is give him the glasses, and then when he's doing the glasses, you take the newspaper, as opposed to waiting and doing the glasses afterwards.
Yeah, the Fancy Duck here on a nice pace for himself so far.
Yeah, definitely PB pace.
You never know.
I mean, PB pace now, but this is speedrunning, so
yeah,
and this is Goose game.
Yeah, the old man can mess him up. The jars, no, not jars.
You know, the pint glass can always break
there we
on
go.
the canal wall. That's a nice 30-40 second time loss. But
hand me one of those.
Hopefully everything goes flawlessly here.
Oh, you might want to hurry up. Okay.
Oh my god, that was scary. All right, he got it. That was, oh my goodness.
He just drive-by unshoe.
No commentator curse. Everything worked out perfectly right there.
It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Just shut your mouth. It's all fine.
Yeah, Fancy Duck is waiting on darts, but what he should do is start the timer for the toy boat instead of just waiting here. However, if he waits out the full cycle on the toy boat, he's going to miss darts. So he wants to start this and then go back down to deal with Old Man, and then come back. Which is what he's doing. So that's really smart of him here. Yeah, there we go. And he's trying to manipulate Pub Lady so she doesn't turn the water off either. Really nice backups here. So, and oh nope, the lady turned the water off, but it's right at the top, so it won't take very long to get it back up. Hopefully, if he can turn the water on soon.
This is okay.
This is pub. This is pub right here.
Welcome to the pub. Goose are not allowed. Hide the toy boat. You need.
He whiffed. He totally whiffed on it.
Grab it while she's not looking. No, yes.
Yeah, oh, we got it. Oh my goodness.
He's
Oh, okay,
just
I was
making
like,
it tense.
I'm like, oh god, don't clip right there, Fancy Duck. This is glitchless. And he didn't.
Do it.
He just dropped it. So that was
Is she looking for the
okay.
boat? Don't
No,
tell
she's
me.
not, because the boat's gone.
It's down there. Hide it. Hide it.
Where is she
No,
go?
she's looking for
Oh
it.
no, she is wonder. She's got to wonder about the boat. So she's gonna take 5 seconds here. She's gonna wonder about the boat, and then she'll come down. There we go. Now she'll come down to do it. There we go. This could be a 16 for Fancy Duck, depending upon how the bell return goes.
Where's Mike over here? He's trying to be a fancy goose. Takes a shoe left. Oh yeah, he just needs to take a shoe off maybe and become a fancy goose, or.
And the vase still? Oh no, he's done the
broken.
vase. So yeah, so he just needs.
Roger took care of that. Oh, she needs to talk about it.
Yeah.
No.
That takes. No, the conversation with that takes priority over the ribbon. The ribbon is actually a really low priority for Tina, which is kind of why you need everything else done before you do the ribbon, and kind of why we do the ribbon in the route when we have it routed, because of how low priority it is.
Okay, Mike going from the other side, which is interesting, in my opinion.
So now he just needs the ribbon, though, I believe.
Yeah, quick, don't let Tina hug you.
Yeah, don't dance. You don't want to dance with Tina.
She's Tokyo drifting around you. You better go.
Yeah, the
Wait.
interactions between the Goose and NPCs when you touch them is very weird. If you bump into them, you kind of ricochet off them, but if you kind of just get tangential to them, then they just go in circles around with you, and you just dance.
Okay.
No, that's not a clip. That's allowed in Glitchless. You're not clipping over anything. You're using the game's geometry to your advantage. He'll do it again right here.
This game in Glitchless and Glitch, it's mainly, is it using an object? Are you going through an object? Are you flying? That's basically the three rules. Is it glitch or glitchless?
So yeah, the way that we define it is two things. It's that is a terrible position of
Oh
boxing
my!
right there. Oh,
Everyone.
that's the worst case scenario right there. So the two things that define a glitch in this game is one, do you need an item to do what you're doing? If you don't need an item, that's checkbox 1. And checkbox 2 is, are you going through anything? Are you going through a fence, through a wall? And if the answer to that is no, then it's not a glitch either. And so the three little things in Glitchless that could potentially be considered a glitch are both no to those questions, and therefore they are allowed.
Yeah, it just depends when and where it's appropriate, kind of, as well.
So, unfortunately, that RNG from the pub bell return definitely going to cost Fancy Duck any chance at a 16.
That's an interesting path. What?
Yeah, I do not recommend doing what he did there either. A little bit of time loss. Honestly, not like terrible. Like, I've had way worse back gardens myself, but certainly not the best. Mike is really struggling here in his back garden, though. Just finishing it up.
That cost him a lot of time. That's worrying.
Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle for him, but you know, that just means that he gets to have more Goose.
You do it with like the when you go grab the bell and you go off, you can still do it without a bell. So that wouldn't still count as a glitch. It's just still physics.
Yep, exactly. So, and the Fancy Duck is doing a bunch of grab and regrabs with the bell that stuns the NPCs for enough time to make sure they don't catch you. Really, really useful strategy for the bell return to make it a lot easier than it used to be. And definitely a PB still, though, for Fancy Duck. Gonna be a mid 1730s. And GG with the PB to the Fancy Duck there. 1737, really nice.
Ba, ba, ba.
So we are, I think, we have plenty of time here to let Mike finish up as well. So we'll see how the rest of Mike's pub and bell return goes.
I see that we have the Fancy Duck in setup.
Yeah, Fancy Duck, if you want to join in, start talking about the run while Mike finishes things up, please feel free to do so. Or
Hello, GG's.
Hey, yeah, thank you.
congratulations, Fancy Duck. Congrats,
Thank you,
and
guys.
on the PB as well.
Yeah, getting a 1737 despite everything that happened in that last run. I'm okay with that time.
That bell return, terrible
Yikes.
location of Box Girl.
Yeah, it was a doozy getting through there, and I'm certain there was better ways to handle it, but like, it worked out.
Yeah, sometimes though, with that bell return, because of that positioning, it's too late to kind of correct and fix and back up it better. That's the worst spot that she can be in.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm still stuck on that plank from Back Gardens that just flew all the way across the map.
That was ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
have no idea what happened there.
So yeah, I think that that sequence of events where Roger wound up seeing your slipper and the newspaper that led to that yeeted plank wound up costing you about a minute and a half.
Yeah, give or take. I think that's fairly close to how much I lost there.
Yeah, which actually means that without that, if that did not happen, your first run would have been almost identical to your second run time-wise.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
That's pretty much the only difference then between your times. So
consistency.
Almost. So yeah, that was overall really nicely done. Do you think you're gonna actually submit to the leaderboards now? Get yourself become a glitchless runner?
I'll submit. I don't think I'm gonna be a glitchless runner.
I mean, are you planning on doing anything different for your next race against Rowan?
Oh my god, yeah. Well, I'm planning to practice a lot more. I'm planning to get on the grind, and I'll submit a time when I am more comfortable with the route, and hopefully it'll be closer to the upper end.
Yeah. So I think you got plenty of potential.
Thank you.
It's not too bad and too different, I don't think. Is it to go from any percent to any percent glitchless? Basically the same.
You still control like a boat. Like that is the the movement of the goose itself is really important during any percent. Even more important during glitchless because you're doing more movement. So yeah, knowing how to work the boat that is this monstrosity is definitely a helpful skill.
Are you talking negatively about my thick goose, buddy?
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, never.
I.
They're
Oh
dissing
God.
the man who has. Oh no.
Mike's Vinny took the sign.
Oh no.
He'll come back, but he's gonna. Oh no, honking's not good. Honking only made things worse.
Drop the sign.
No. Unless
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
Okay, so yeah.
that might have worked. He should go to the. Oh no.
Okay, he's hidden.
Oh, you need to get him to the tomato then again. I thought he was gonna go back to it. I thought he was gonna go right back to the tomato. Is he too far away? Yeah, he's too far away.
Oh, no.
God. Mike is luring the entire pub to the back here.
They all want a slice of this tomato.
Yeah, he
they
just
do.
keeps leaving too early. He needs to lure Vinny up more. There you go. Now he's in range.
Go. Come on. Bring him the tomatoes.
You got it.
Or talk to Vinny like
Did you
a
know
child.
you can turn quickly if you stop running?
Wait, you
Games
can't?
now.
There we go. Mike's gonna finish up here. It's gonna move on. Chat is saying that reverse area order is the best category. How do you feel about that?
Yisk is
Well, you know, it's not any percent.
Yisk is a glitchless runner's dance game. Oh wait, there's Phil with flower percent, of course.
You know, I run one honk personally, otherwise known as any percent. And it's it's a pretty good. Yeah, it's a great category.
I've been there. I don't know if I want to go back.
God, I don't want to grind it anymore. God, I'm 0.3 seconds away from Yisk's record, and I don't want to just. I can.
You could just let him have it.
No. I decided to work on it, and I hate it. I want to spend more time on other things, but any percent is just I'm so there.
I think you can only do any percent grind for like 30 minutes at a time.
Well, no, I do it in like a few hour chunks.
Yeah, you're not normal.
No, you know, best category is every single one of them.
You got it, yeah.
There we go.
Or maybe an all category relay.
In all categories is actually, they could be 2 hours, but
Could it?
It could be to 2 hours.
I did 30 minutes of any percent last night, and that was.
All categories relay wins that.
All categories community race.
From doing every single category twice.
Well, wait a second. Like you can like combine some of them, right? Like you could do flower percent, rake in the lake.
No, they're separate categories.
So you'd have to do them as different runs.
Yeah, well, now you're just running 100% if you.
Okay, you're right.
But yeah. If you learn every category, it's great fun. But
for sure.
Make sure you're filled or ready to take in 2 to 3 hours of Goose.
Yeah, I mean, like this is a great game. Like learning the controls and learning how the physics work has been an incredibly, like, what's the
magical?
word? Yeah, sure. It's been a magical experience. like.
It's been a honking good time.
Yeah, it's been a honking good time. Yes. And you can do this too, viewer.
Yeah.
Just join the Goose Game Speedrunning Discord, and you'll find a tutorial for Glitchless by Tasselfoot here in the call.
And any percent by TheFancyDuck,
who is also in the call. Hello.
We also have other categories too, like all main tasks, all hidden tasks, 100%, reverse area order,
Rake and the like,
and bow percent. And those
Yes.
are the entirety of the categories that we offer.
There's no other ones.
Nope, there is not one other category.
No.
We're gonna get told off. There we go.
Yep, there it is.
Reverse area order. And
Mike's bell return is actually going pretty okay so far.
yeah.
Yeah, probably better than yours, actually.
Hey!
Oh.
Yeah, no, it probably is. Like, he got caught on pub a little bit, but, like, Back garden seemed fine there.
Phil, let me ask you. If flower percent is the best category, why don't you have a world record?
Hey,
Oh,
that's a
snap.
that is a great question.
Yeah, Phil.
Phil, just
Bro,
get on the grind.
Grinds out flower percent, not any
Yeah.
percent or any percent glitchless, just the flowers.
Uh-oh. Drop and regrab, Mike.
Drop it, drop it,
Yeah,
Go.
Oh,
He made
Oh,
no.
Get
Hey.
in there.
Taz took advantage of you.
I'm sorry for taking advantage of you, Phil.
That's
Lord.
Uh-oh.
run.
Go, Mike.
Oh,
Go.
let's go.
Yeah, no.
Alright, it's good enough.
Yay.
Good enough. We in there.
If you can't have world record in any category, just have world record in everyone.
Wait, what?
All categories.
Wait, I don't think the logic holds up there.
What's the record there, GSD? I might have to do.
I have a 3 hour 8 minute, but I can get it down to 2 hour 40 probably.
Okay.
GG,
Oh, and
Mike.
he's done! Yay!
GG, Mike. Good job, buddy. Hopefully he gets an invite here and can join us for a few minutes.
Stick nasty.
Don't know what Mike's time was on that run, but
20.
every finished run is a good run.
Is that a 0.0?
It might be.
World record.
Yo, world record? It's like that Clue run.
Still not sure if Mike is going to join us here or not. Let's see if we can find out. But Fancy Duck, congratulations again on your round 1 win.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to win again the next round.
You're up against the world record holder. Woo,
I'm
have
excited to
fun.
win again the next round.
I am excited for you as well.
It's gonna
Okay.
be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It sounds like Mike is interested in joining. We'll see if we can get him.
Oh, hi. What's this music?
That's yours, buddy.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
I have.
Joined general.
I think he's in the Goose game Discord.
Oh yeah, no.
Hello.
I think he's speaking through OBS.
I don't think he got a DM from the.
Hold on, I got it. Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
Unless he says some. I'll just give him. Copy this. Where is he? Found him.
Oh.
Where do I send message? There we go. Invited him.
So, and we do have a little bit of a break here on this SG1 channel as well after this. Coming up later, recommend, got all kinds of good action on the Speed Gaming Network. We've got a match in the Super Mario World No Cape category on Speed Gaming 4 pretty much all afternoon. We got some Link to the Past randomizer tournament later and a crowd control race later on a bunch of different channels. We got some Mario Sunshine and Mario 3 randomizer going on Speed Gaming 3. So a lot of really good stuff for you to check out throughout the entirety of the Speed Gaming Network.
Yeah, and Mike's here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mike. GG on finishing up that second run. And what were some of your thoughts on the race?
Well, I mean, it's been a little while since I really sat down to play a lot of Goose Game. But that's kind of what makes it kind of fun is you kind of can just pick it up and play. And honestly, even if the run doesn't go well and there are lots of shenanigans, usually it's pretty entertaining. I had no idea Burly Guy would just take the sign. That was sad. That made me really sad. Walked up with the sign.
You recovered fairly well from that, though. So
I don't know how I made them make the handoff, but they did. He's handed the sign back off, and I was really happy that it turned out that way because I was just gonna chase him down and honk until I was told the race was over. At that point, just yell at him because that was gonna be my strategy. Is just yell at him incessantly. But
That
the game
determination.
was really fun for that. So hopefully we even more people turn out for the next Goose Game tournament because it's really easy to pick up and play, and even I mean again even in defeat, the run itself is just a lot of fun. Even when things don't go well, you get to take it out by honking and just being a big old jerk. So it's a lot of
yeah, it's cathartic no matter what.
yeah.
I don't think I'm hard on saying that about Goose Game.
Yeah, I know we were saying that even when runs go poorly, so that's not such a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Awesome. Any other comments or thoughts on things?
No, I'm gonna tune in for the rest of the races today, and I haven't been able to watch any of the Goose Game tourney yet, so it'll be nice to be able to tune into some of it today.
Awesome. We have one more race later today that is going to be at 11 p.m. Eastern, roughly 10 hours from now. We have Bry Guy versus Faye Chrysalis. Very late because Bry Guy, I was thinking Bry Guy was in Australia, but he's not. They're just running late. They're having a late night matchup. That is it.
It's 5 a.m. Oh, it's gonna be 5 a.m. for here. Ooh.
Lordy Lord.
Yeah. So, but if
I-
you are around, if you're in the US, that probably is a doable time for you. So come back, check it out. Don't have any races currently scheduled throughout the coming week, but I'm sure there will be more that get scheduled very soon. So stay tuned to the schedule on SpeedGaming for when those next races are coming, and check out the race tonight between Bry Guy and Faye. If you enjoy Goose Game and are interested in getting into the speedruns, join the Discord. We have tutorials and a very active community that's happy to help and explain lots of things about the game for you. So once again, congrats, TheFancyDuck. Good job, MyOhMyke. And we will see you guys with the next match. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been Tasselfoot and been here with Green Snowdog.
Honk.
Who's got a honk for you?